Running a Fever, Episode 71.
And we're going to talk about my visit to the dietitian. My name is Michael Davis. I've lost 70 pounds, 8 inches off my waist, lowered my blood pressure, improved my activity and life. I love my life so much that I want to make it last as long as possible. If you feel the same way, then come along on this journey with me. We'll get there together. Honeysuckle. I see honeysuckle now. It's awesome. Honeysuckle. Picture of the honeysuckle. It's just a great day for pictures of cool stuff in nature. It's a good reason for coming out here. Now, regarding weight loss, I can talk about my visit with the dietitian this week. It was time for my monthly dietitian visit, and I found out this time that I can actually keep coming as long as I want. It's not just a 6-month thing, which is awesome. It's awesome because I'm going to want to keep getting that advice, getting those recipes. You know, Angela just keeps me sane. That's actually a good function of people, friends in my life, and professionals, but women, it seems, more than men, are really good at doing this. Because I have a tendency to get distracted and go way off course and just go off and do my own thing. As I've proven with this journey, gone off and done the wrong thing several times. So I'm looking forward to that and passing that information on to you, of course, whenever I get it. Morning. So I told her, I'm up to like 1,900 calories I can eat without losing weight or without gaining weight. And I said, I feel like I've pretty much recovered from the metabolism thing. And she said, not so fast. It really takes 6 months. So if you start cutting again, your body will just shut down again. You'll have the same problem you had last time. So I'm not cutting, just trying to maintain. I did lose a couple of pounds from the last time I'd gone in to see her. I've been kind of slowly inching down, but I've been up and down. I actually forgot to weigh this morning because I had a weird morning. And I'm going to go off on a tangent here. I'm just warning you right now. So last night was a cheat night, cheat meal. Wound up with about 3,000 calories for the day. And it included some fully leaded Dr. Pepper. There's a high caffeine content, and it wouldn't matter because I probably drank 6 of them, and sugar. But I actually was able to go to sleep. Because I slept 4 something, almost 5 hours maybe. I got a sleep report, and I went to bed fairly early, before 10 p.m. and then woke up like 2:15, 2:30, something like that. Got a drink of water, went back to bed, couldn't go to sleep. And basically, if you're going to lose a half hour of sleep, advice that I've heard is to just go ahead and get up for a while. So I got up and did some things around the house, some laundry, kitchen, dishwasher stuff, and sat down and read a book for a while. It's a good book. I'll be talking about that more in the future. And then I went back to bed. Turns out I just could not get to sleep at all. So that's going to hurt me. I know how important sleep is. That's why I'm really trying hard to get 7 to 9 hours. I'm almost never going to hit that 9. Not very often going to hit the 8. Haven't been hitting the 7, maybe one day this week. It's just really tough for me to get to bed. And I wake up early, so there you have it. So anyway, I wasn't getting out of bed like I usually do and then getting on the scale. So I haven't been on the scale yet. That's all right. I'll do that when I get home. Still haven't had anything to eat except nothing to eat, really. Been drinking some water, of course, and I drank a supplement that I won't talk about until I know it works. And I had some Advil. I've been having some pain in my arm. Strangely enough, I had a couple of workouts think I only actually went to the gym once this week. Feeling that soreness as I've been feeling for a while, and just taking a long time to work that through. Wednesday or Thursday, felt good enough to go to the gym, and I went and did a pretty strenuous workout. Not a ton of soreness, but I didn't have any problem with the arm that day. But starting last night and this morning, I've been having some trouble with it. Last time I weighed it was 208, pretty much right at the 70-pound mark. Good morning. From January 11th till today, 70 pounds, or till yesterday, 69 pounds. Anyway, but when I went to see her, of course, I had gained a few pounds back from my really depleted state. So anyway, I was down a couple of pounds, but still not terrible in terms of stabilization. It's been fluctuating though. I've been up 5 pounds, down 6 pounds from what I thought was the sort of base, which was 8 pounds over. But I looked back at the weight spreadsheet going back to January, because I just realized that I'd been putting my stats on there. The spreadsheet goes from when I started exercising, which is November, and I was lower then than I was in January when I started the contest. I want to put on the stats that I put on the website, runningatfever.com, and the blog post there, which you can get every Wednesday and Friday and sometimes Monday. And that stats for the day will be in the post at the bottom. And what I want to put in there is weight lost since January 11, 2018. So much weight I've lost in 2018. That is the sort of point I want to start from, because that's when my dieting really started. Up until then, hadn't really been dieting. I'd just been exercising more. My weight had fluctuated, gone down a little bit. I talked about it a lot. I'm okay with staying the same, easing down just a very tiny bit, even coming up a little bit, just basically not going drastically in either direction. So I need to know, what do I need to do? If I'm building muscle, do I need to be gaining a pound a week? I know if I'm cutting, I need to be cutting probably no more than a pound a week. So that's all information I have yet to get. And how to do this thing. Diet department, well, I got some good advice from Angela. I've been pretty much maintaining the same diet, and I'm not really changing it based on how much I'm working out, whether I'm working out on a particular day. I just kind of look at the longer term, because weight fluctuates on a daily basis. My activity fluctuates. It's just impossible to keep that synchronized. So like I said, I'm estimating them at about 1,900 calories a day that I can safely do. And I imagine I will keep going for a while, because I think my activity is probably taking me a few hundred calories over that. So I'm looking forward to have a healthy intake. And I think that'll help also with building muscle, is being able to take in more calories, nutrients, protein, whatever. Actually got enough protein. So she says it's 0.8 to 1 grams of protein per kilogram. And all the online stuff is telling me 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of body weight. Big difference there. Big difference between a kilo and a pound. So I'm probably getting, according to her, maybe twice as much protein as I need, which could be hard on my kidneys. And she said that's true for all but, I asked her, does that depend, if you're lifting, if you're doing, heavy activity? And she said, no, unless you're an elite athlete, And that's probably maybe where the guidance comes from online, is they're assuming everyone is or wants to be an elite athlete. And Obviously, the word elite limits that to quite a few. A small number, actually. Quite a few is not, I should say a few. Because I mean, even professional doesn't really mean elite to me. Tiger Woods is or was an elite athlete. And there are hundreds and hundreds of professional golfers, most of whom you've never heard of. So I probably don't need that much protein, but I'm definitely getting enough. I think one of the things that allows me to do is to sort of get some better protein and substitute in vegetables and carbohydrates, which she said was fine too. Now, I was eating yogurt for the low-fat protein. She said that's a carbohydrate, so I'm actually getting some good carbs there. And I was thinking I wasn't. She said I've got plenty of carbs. I've got the tacos. Taco shells are carbs. Oatmeal, that's good carbs. Pretty good. And I'm actually getting some fruit. And I'm getting a cup of fruit in my oatmeal in the morning, some fruit in the yogurt, and not much. And I'm getting a serving of beans with my chili, and then I'm getting some tomatoes and lettuce, and I actually put some broccoli on my salad this week. Morning.
Good morning.
Howdy. And for dessert, I've been having, a lot of times I'll have those peanut butter and crackers, which that's really high calorie. There's over 100 calories in a tablespoon of peanut butter. A lot of times that's what I'll go to. If I have some calories left over in the day, just have some peanut butter. Or I can have the crackers with just a small amount of peanut butter on, if I don't have a lot of extra calories. In the bank, she suggested natural peanut butter because of the whole, there's healthy fats and unhealthy fats, right? So peanut butter has a lot of unhealthy fat because it's, despite the fact that it has peanuts in it, it also has a lot of hydrogenated vegetable oil, which is not good. She also said she used olive oil with popcorn, but she was doing that in a popper. I make mine in a Dutch oven, so it burns a little bit hotter. But I think I can get safflower oil. That will take a higher temperature. But my diet hasn't really changed that much. I've added in the fruit. Started adding in some supplements and substituting a whey bar in for my yogurt. Morning. I have more calories now. The whole whey bar is 330 calories. I usually just eat half, and I use it as a snack or a pre-workout or post-workout. And that's what I understand whey is good for. It metabolizes quickly, more quickly synthesizes muscle. And these are pretty tasty. They're from Gatorade. I found them in the grocery store. Gosh, she always has some good information. I actually wrote it down. I didn't bring my glasses, but I might separate that out into a Monday special. It's really probably not as much information as my first visit, which you have already heard. Probably episode 45. Check that out. Another Monday special. First dietitian visit. Morning. Getting busier now. It's, I've been out here an hour and 8 minutes. So it's well after 7 now. Going on 7:30. It's like I said, this is a long process. I'm still not done yet. I got another mile to go. Working some good stuff. Now, with the yogurt, she said work some granola in there. Of course, we all know granola has a lot of bad stuff. It's a lot of sugar. Maybe, I don't know, I guess it's got fiber or something. But you got to be careful with granola because a lot of it's marketed as a health food, but there's a lot of junk in it. So be careful what you buy there. Morning.
It's hot.
Yeah, it is. So grape nuts. She specifically suggested grape nuts. Now there's a grape nuts and a grape nuts flakes. And I picked up went to the store yesterday. I picked up some First of all, I got plenty of fruit so I don't run out. And I can, fresh fruit. It's usually what I put in my oatmeal in the morning. But she said I could put granola in the yogurt. And I know some they have that packaged actually. Sometimes you'll see yogurt with granola attached to it in the store. But you know, I'm getting the store brand light yogurt, grape nuts, and I may just eat grape nuts as a breakfast. I haven't had breakfast today. This is another thing I'm doing. This strategy thing is just in motion all the time. Something I'm trying is fasting, working out while I'm fasting. And that just means not 40 days of fasting, but 3 hours. You know, basically, if you work out first thing in the morning, you don't eat before you work out. Again, can't tell you any specific benefits to that. I know, you know, the idea is you don't have any carbs, so you're burning fat, but the key there, and that's why I took this supplement, is to make sure you don't lose muscle at the same time. So anyway, I'm still working out the details of that, but I'm trying it, you know. I don't think it's very harmful. You know, usually, sometimes supplements can be harmful, and that has happened in the past. And if abused, obviously, anything can hurt you. Funny. I think for the most part, the danger is just getting ripped off and paying $20 or $30 for a can of stuff that does nothing for you. You know, may just have a lot of types of sugar, dextrose, and flour, sawdust, who knows. That's the danger. There's so much competition and very little regulation. So there's only really the fraud laws in place. And of course, like all laws, they're really somewhat useless. So before I got off on a tangent, I believe I was still talking about diet. And so I got some tomatoes and lemon juice. Morning, ladies. Buenos dias. Ice cream. So I'll go ahead and recommend this ice cream. I haven't looked at the ingredients yet, but I was attracted to it because I just kind of glanced at the ice cream section in the store. And the first thing at the end of the aisle was this brand called Halo. And it had the calories right on the outside of the package. And that's very unusual, especially for ice cream. What's even more unusual is that it was the number of calories per pint, not per serving. Which realistically, I think most people are going to eat the whole pint. I am, certainly. It's my cheat night. I didn't want to get a half gallon and keep that around for a while. So I picked it up. The brand's called Halo. And the flavor I got was chocolate chip cookie dough. Yeah, I think they maybe are having something today because somebody has a table set up with balloons and stuff. And they're having a real good time. Some pain going on, usual back pain. Nothing special. So I've loved the flavor of cookie dough since I was a kid. My mom would give me, or I would sneak a spoonful of it while she was making cookies, or I was making them. Good reason to make the cookies because you get to eat the dough, right? Now, of course, you can buy it in the grocery store. But this was a flavoring of ice cream, and flavor-wise, texture-wise, everything was fine. Now, I did kind of perceive that it weighed less. I didn't actually check the weight on it. It was a pint by volume, no doubt about it. But yeah, it seemed kind of light. But when I was eating it, no, it was fine. And 360 calories. So that's 90 calories a serving. Technically 4 servings per. So be careful when you pick up a pint of ice cream, because that's 4 servings. Look at that serving size. Servings per container. So I can handle that, and You know, this guy I've been listening to says, oh, just guidance for your cheat day, no more than 150% of your regular calorie, and I'm pretty close to that, 3,000 calories. So in addition to the Dr. Pepper and ice cream, I had pizza, my favorite cheat food. Generally doesn't fit in any healthy diet just because of the extreme concentration of, wow, sugar, carbs, fat, pretty much everything bad in a really dense package, so you get a lot of it all at once. But nothing's off limits for me, and it was kind of a cheat day. Pepperoni lovers thin crust pizza. Rest of the day was exactly normal. Oatmeal, yogurt, chili. So I tried out the Gatorade bars and I liked them. It's a lot for a snack, 300 something calories, 330 I think, but it's a fairly big bar, so half of it is a good snack. And as I ramp my calories up, then I can add things like the grape nuts into my yogurt, like the fruit into my cereal or oatmeal, olives on my salad. I actually picked up a bottle of light Italian. I just walked within a foot of a rabbit. See these in my front yard all the time. Too quick for me to get a picture though. Fashion report, I'm still getting comments on big clothes that I have. Now I'm wearing a lot of my old size that were running small. I've got a couple of shirts that I just wasn't able to wear before that were technically a 2X, but fit tight for me. And now they're fine. And I've got an XL or two. But yeah, it's a process with the wardrobe. So I've got some of these shirts that are pretty nice short sleeve shirts from George Foreman, clothing for the large male. It was really nice. I've been wearing those for years, actually. It's hard to believe how old those shirts are. Probably 13 years old. So I've definitely gotten my use out of them. But I was pretty much swimming. Morning. When you got a good friend, stay right by your side. When you got a good friend, stay right by your side. I got a good friend staying right by my side. Good morning. Today we talked about my visit to the dietitian for actually the third visit. You've got the fever, keep it. If you don't have it, get it. I will talk to you next time.
This is the Padua Podcast Network. PaduaMedia.com.